And it's, you know, as a professional player, sometimes we take things for granted. You know, I'll play with an orchestra, and we'll get together and we'll be doing a Beethoven symphony in our very first rehearsal, and we'll play through it. And sometimes you have to stop at the end of the rehearsal and go, "Wow, that was great!" And that was our first read through, you know, and it only gets better. You know, and and that's the big thing, and that's for me the most difficult thing about right now with the pandemic and not being able to play is, yeah, it's great to play the music, but I play with such great players, such great people, great musicians. You know, you sometimes you go in the audience and you see an orchestra up on the stage there, but they're regular people, and I mean, I just play with people that are just so talented and so special, and are just I consider them good friends, and I really miss the camaraderie. I miss playing with them. I mean, and I think that's part of. It's not only are they good players, but they're such good people, and they're such good people to work with, and that's really I think what's for me probably the most difficult thing is, yeah, I want to play and I can do this, but to play with my colleagues. And if you're listening out there, I miss you guys a lot. Okay, how are we doing here? Okay, we have time. Um, let me. Okay, I'm going to play a little piece of music. It was written. Uh, it's called a vocalese. It's by the Russian composer Rachmaninoff, and it's written. I'm not sure. I guess it was originally written vocalese. It was written for voice. Beautiful, beautiful piece, and I guess every instrument at some point plays an arrangement, and it's especially beautiful when you have the accompaniment. But it's a real pretty piece. So I'm going to play, and it sits nicely on the bass. So it's called vocalese. There's no when the singer sings this, there's no words. It's just It's just that's all. That's all it is, and it's just simply a beautiful piece. And that's Vocalese by Rachmaninoff. Okay, I think to finish up, I'd like to play one little piece here. By the way, just as a reminder, this is a fundraiser. Thanks so much. I'm trying to raise a little bit of money. I do have for those online. I do have a GoFundMe page that you can access from the invitation, the Facebook invitation, and it's for the staff, the nurses, the doctors, and everybody working at our local Glenbrook Hospital ICU. That hospital has become entirely a COVID-19 hospital, and I have a friend who's one of the nurses there, and it's really heart-wrenching to hear the stories coming out of there. This is a tune. If any of you have ever seen any of the Ken Burns documentaries? I'm thinking particularly the Civil War. He did a wonderful, well, they're all great, but he did a documentary on the Civil War, and this music plays through much of it. And it was written by Jay Unger. It's evocative of the era of the Civil War, but it was actually written, I think, in the 80s or 90s. And Jay Unger used to, maybe he still does, he used to have like a retreat up in upstate New York, and he used to have a lot of his, he would have his friends come in, musicians, and they would spend a week or two together and just play music and enjoy each other's company. And then after one of these getaways, when everybody had left, he was feeling kind of lonely, missed his friends, and so he wrote this piece. And the town nearby is Ashoka, New York, and this is the Ashokan Farewell. And it's Ashokan or Ashokan, I believe it's Ashokan Farewell. And you'll hear it is very much, and this is sort of my farewell to you, and to thank you for the live audience, and it's very nicely attended. Thank you very much. And for those of you who are watching on Facebook, I really appreciate it. All right, thanks, guys. Again, thanks for coming. Those of you who were able to donate a little bit, that's just great. And I hope to keep the guys at the ICU well fed for a little while. All right.
When is the next sponsor?
When's it, well, I was hoping at least for the purposes of Ellen, I love you. Okay. So brownies just arrived or something. Okay. Yes, I was asked if we're going to do this again. At least I don't plan on doing it for a COVID-19. Hopefully we can do this when we can get everybody a little closer. Maybe next summer we can have a little get together, and I can bring maybe some of my friends and have a little concert with multiple instruments. But for my neighbors and friends, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. For the guys out in Facebook land, thanks for watching. I love you guys. And That's it. Okay.